I did it again. I went out and I bought some more books. Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is the Grape Jelly Library, and I am Flossie. I'm so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. Today, March 12th, 2022, marks the 2-month anniversary of the date I started my YouTube channel. And I cannot thank you enough for following me, liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, listening to what I want to share with you, actually going out and buying those books and then reaching out to me to tell me I've bought the book, I read the book, this is what I thought of the book, I can't wait to read the book. That just means the world to me, because the book community is such a strong community to become a part of. And I say strong because strong is a strong word. And when you read a book, you 100%, no doubt about it, come out a smarter being. You know more coming out of that book than you knew going into it. And that is a magnificent thing. Okay, so stay with me on this one. I have said numerous times, what will be my legacy? We have great singers and great actors and acrobats, and I never found mine. At my age, what will be my legacy? What will be my impact that I have left on this world? And I am happy to say I have finally found it. My legacy is books. And in starting this channel, I am able to create a legacy and leave a legacy of book recommendations and suggestions and reviews and interactions with other people in the book community, and getting people to become a part of the book community. There's just so many different facets. I don't have a lot of subscribers at the moment. I have 80 of you, and I am so appreciative for that. So with that said, let me just add to that. If you are a subscriber, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That just makes me ecstatic. And if you are not a subscriber, hook a book girl up. Show some love. Ring that bell. It's fun. I wouldn't lie to you. Go ahead, ring it. You'll see. Okay, so real quick, we're just going to talk about the 2 books that I am reading. I am only reading 2 books at this time because they are books of substance. Although it's only 2, I have quite a number of pages that need to be turned. Plus, it's probably going to put me behind in my reading goal, because with all of the pages read, it's still only going to be 2 books. One I made mention of in a previous video. I stated that I loved the book, and as of today's date, March 12th, 2022, that sentiment still holds true. The Cancer Ward by Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn. I'm over 200 pages into this, and this one clocks in at a little over 500 pages, right around like 536. Just about 11 people on a cancer ward floor who are suffering from some terminal illness, and their interactions and their different levels of optimism. Although their illnesses are slightly different, their fate is ultimately going to be the same. And how they just cope and deal and interact with one another. So yeah, that's a great book. Second book that I am reading is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. This is a stunner of a book. I purchased this book because I know nothing about Gone with the Wind, and this cover is gorgeous. So, this one clocks in at 959 pages. So they are the 2 books that I am reading at the current moment. One of the books that I picked up along my travels, and I don't know anything about any of these books, is Full Out by Monica Aldama. She's a cheerleading coach. So that doesn't interest me at all. But being a female that executes discipline and integrity, that interests me. Being a female that makes a name for herself, that interests me. Getting any kind of tips, tricks, hints, life lessons passed down to me that I might be able to apply in my own life, that interests me. And the single one short sentence that brought me in, I am a lover of all things office supplies. Pens, paper, staples, Post-its, legal pads, agendas, you name it. I love it all. So here is the sentence that brought me in, hook, line, and sinker. How a $5 planner can change your life. The second book I picked up along my travels is, I love the title of this book. I love it. Let the Great World Spin. Stop. Think about that. I'm going to say it again. Let the great world spin. That is heavy. That can entail a lot of meaning. The title has me at the word go, and this busy little city and this man walking a tightrope. So if you read between the lines, not only is the name saying a lot, but the artistic design of the cover is also saying a lot to me. Now this one, I don't know if I have. Something in my mind is telling me that I do, but when I look at the cover, it's not ringing a bell. But the title definitely is. So if I find that I have doubles of this book, I am for sure going to do another book giveaway. The Council of Animals by McDonald. This tale ratio of wit to wildness is positively golden. Its subtle logic and frank and tender mischief have somehow left me with the feeling of having witnessed a wake and a christening combined, and I am so very glad I attended. The Council of Animals is a delightful fable full of wit and wisdom. McDonald has dreamed up an ingenious mythology for his animals, and he portrays them with the charm of Milne or Carroll. McDonald has the rare ability, and if I said that wrong, my apologies. McDonald has the rare ability to combine irony with empathy and deliver satire with grace. The result is a timelessly entertaining tale that readers will find inspiring and irresistible. Simon Rich, author of New Teeth. Oy vey. This next book is by Carat Vonnegut. Bluebeard. Okay, so I'm just going to say I read Slaughterhouse Five by Kurt, and I absolutely 100% did not dig it. So my solution to that is never go by a first impression. Always give a second chance. Just because I did not like Kurt's first novel that I have read, it's not his first novel. It is the first novel I have read. Just because I did not dig that doesn't mean I won't dig other works by him. Another book that I bought is James McBride, 5-Carat Soul. Isn't that an awesome name for a book? 5-Carat Soul. An antique toy dealer makes two astonishing discoveries. 5 youngsters in a neighborhood band come to understand that secrets are hidden everywhere. A PhD candidate uncovers a long-hidden promise. A lion embraces the magic of life in 5-Carat Soul, his first work of fiction since his National Book Award winning The Good Lord Bird. James McBride uses his extraordinary storytelling gifts to explore what we learn about ourselves as we struggle to understand one another. The stories dive deep into the gulf between what is true and what we think is true. By turns, gripping and inventive, poignant and funny, 5-Carat Soul is a profoundly compassionate book from one of the most original authors writing today. All right, so this next one is not a book per se, but I did buy it in the book department, and it does have a book, Lunar Oracle by Liberty Fye, The Mystery and Meaning of the Moon. I want to learn about the moon. I want to know what the moon is telling me. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do throughout the summer nights, to sit out back, maybe with a bottle of water or a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, whatever, and talk to the moon. They give you these darling little cards to help you along with your understanding. So I am excited to learn that, because it's a subject I have not ever delved into. Now on with the book that I think you should be reading. This book deserves an entire video in and of itself. Planet Walker by JohnFrancis. Again, that's a beautiful cover. I love train tracks and trains, and this cover speaks to me. A picture tells 1,000 words. Yes, it does. So 22 years of walking, 17 years of silence. Can you believe that? What had happened is, California, 1971, there was an oil spill, and John set out to go and help clean up. And in cleaning up, something within that tragedy touched him, and he said to himself, I need to do something in my own way to better the environment. And so what he came up with was he was going to give up transportation. No planes, trains, buses, cars, motorcycles, bikes, scooters, skateboards, nothing but the 2 feet that the good Lord gave him. So for 22 years, he roamed the planet, and he had managed to see Brazil, Cuba, Antarctica, Alaska, and so much more via foot. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine giving up the comfort of your vehicle and putting yourself out, making your life more difficult and inconvenient? Now, I know there's a lot of you out there that don't have a car, and kudos to you, because it is a hard life. Now, take that situation and further compound it with, I am no longer going to speak. I'm going to take a vow of silence. Now let's be an even better me. Let's further my education and get my PhD in land resources. How am I going to communicate with my professors, with my fellow students? Incredible. An incredible human being. So if you do not know what you should be reading or want to read, perhaps give Planet Walker a try. I think in following along his journey, you will be able to reflect on your inner person, and whether you make a change for the planet or not, you definitely will acquire an appreciation for why it is so important to do what we can for our planet, so that we can pass it on to future generations better than what we have received it. So that's all I'm going to say about those books. Aren't they lovely books? Each and every one of them. Now we come to the final segment of my video, and the upcoming book that I am going to do a giveaway on, because truth be known, I am very, very good at buying duplicates of books. And so somebody out there is going to be the lucky winner of Their Eyes Were Watching God. So just pay attention to my channel. If you get a notification that I have a new video out there, that very well may be the video where I will be giving that book away. So that's all I have for you today. I thank you for joining me. Know that I love you with all of my heart. I hope your days are bright and sunny, and I can't wait until we can spend some more time with each other and share in our love of books.